All right, I guess good and mid-talk, day 61. It's Sunday afternoon. It's after 4, and I just now left the hotel. I hope you guys appreciate these videos because that's what I spent a lot of time on today. And I like getting into the shelter or wherever my camping spot's going to be about this time of the day, not start leaving to get back on trail. So I wanted to do 11 miles and skip a shelter. I'm just going to have to make it to the next shelter here. It's 5 miles up, but not until I eat. So I'm headed down to Bojangles, getting me some lupper because all I had was breakfast. So I took a little video clip of us eating breakfast together, me and a couple other people, Pickles and Doc and President. So I think I fumbled that video, so hopefully I'll be able to recover it. Okay, it is 5:13 and I am just now getting back on trail. You see the road behind me. Madness. We got 5 miles to do today to get to the first shelter. So I was going to eat at Bojangles, but still in Virginia, no fast food restaurants allowed, dine-in eating. So then I realized the Kroger in that same shopping center. Some other stuff I did today was I bought some groceries after breakfast this morning at a Dollar General Market, but there's still a couple things they didn't have that I wanted to get at Kroger. I'd forgotten about that, so I went to Kroger and got a plate lunch at their deli. Needed 3 other items to get me through the next 4 days. 2 of those items they didn't have. So that's small town tribulations. The other major thing that I really spent a lot of time on today is my lecky poles again. The grips came in to the local outfitter. I picked those up yesterday. And of course they had no instructions for putting them on. So when I took the old grips off, it was a really tight fit. I mean, I couldn't get them on. And I cleaned all the old glue off. And then I cleaned the residue off. And I kept cleaning. And it just wasn't going to go. So I watched a YouTube video and it said you got to soak it in hot water. I tried that, still wouldn't go. And then another video said boiling water. That was a trick. I had to go down to the lobby and get the coffee from the coffee maker and get some boiling hot water. And then they pressed on. But I did so much pounding and stuff on the first one with the right hand side that I actually putzed up the end here, and I kind of messed it up. So I'm still carrying my old new grips in my backpack because when I get a chance, I'm gonna have to do some surgery on this one, push the pin out and swap out this plastic piece that I've damaged with that from the older new grips that I got, you know, the ones that were too big. That's just I probably spent 2 hours on that. Crazy. So, but I'm back on the trail. I mean, I always hate getting off on the town. I mean, it's nice getting off on the towns and stuff in the hostels, but anxiety level prior to getting back on trail for me is just really high. This really needs to just be a 0 today, but I did not want to take a 0. I wanted to get some miles on the board. Enough rambling. Gotta go. Well, I wonder if they would have that. It's kind of nice to see. I would rather see that sign 2/3 of the way to Katahdin, but you can't always get what you want. All right, I have made it to Fullhardt Knob Shelter, and apparently none too soon because it got dark all of a sudden. It started to rain. All right, I got here about 7 minutes after 7, so just a hair over 2.5 mile an hour pace. Not bad considering. I mean, I purposely took it slow. I thought I'd be slower than that, but anyway, Wagner von Bunderweg, guten Nacht. Guten Morgen, day 62, and I am leaving Fullhardt Shelter at 10 after 8. So today is June 7th. So it's the first day of, I guess you could say, of month number 3. I started April 7th. And I'm going to try to do 20 miles a day, skip a couple of shelters. That shouldn't be an issue. Just I might get rained on today, so we'll see. All right, I made it to Wilson Creek Shelter. I'm just going to stop in and say hi. We have trail magic, courtesy of Mountain Dew. Yahoo! All right, so come out on the road here where we can view Taylor Mountain. That's a nice view. So the Appalachian Trail has been following this, I think it's the north side of this highway, I believe, US 460. And now it's popping out across the street, and we get another one of these parking areas, pull-off areas with the view. And this is like the third one. This is an interesting, very large wall that was obviously built a long time ago. I guess the road is up above it somewhere. So, yeah, nice. All right, so there's the side trail there for Boblett's Gap Shelter, 0.2 miles to get down there. I'm not staying there tonight. I'm moving on to Cove Mountain Shelter. So that's a 5.7 miles from here. So that was my goal for a 20-mile day. And I tell you, my feet are hurting. I had said before, some days ago, that my feet are my limiting factor here, keeping me from getting much more than something in the low 20s as far as daily mileage. And that's going to be the case today. Let's get 5.7 down the road here to Cove Mountain Shelter and see how I feel. I don't know the exact time, but it's early. So, talk to you later. So the Appalachian Trail came out over there again. I mean, we're still paralleling this US 460. And it crosses the road. Now we're going back over onto the north side of this road. But the sign here confirms that, yeah, this is the Bluegrass Parkway, this highway. So that's what I thought. We're looking at Sharp Top Mountain and Flat Top Mountain up ahead, and beyond that are what they call the peaks of Otter. All right, so this is Mills Gap. It says James River view, and yeah, you can just barely see in the distance. That's the first glimpse of the James River. All right, I have made it to Cove Mountain Shelter. This is the 20-mile mark. So I started at 8:10. It's 4:15 now at a 2.5 mile an hour pace. I should have been here at 4:10. So I'm basically there. I mean, you know, I had the Trail Magic and a couple other stops. So not bad for a 20-mile day. The trail is easier now. So that's good. But I was going to stay here tonight, but there's a problem. Yeah, so I'm not even going to take my pack off. So yeah, I was going to stay here tonight, but about 4 miles ago, when there was a road crossing and a sign announcing that this shelter was on up ahead, and there was another sign right below that said no water. So I checked the AWOL PDF AT guide, and sure enough, I had completely missed that. But there is not a water symbol associated with this shelter. So that's very unusual to not have a water source at a shelter. But I can continue on 3 miles, make it a 23-mile day, and come out on Jennings Road, where there's a Middle Creek Campground that offers bunks for $25. I tried calling when I was up on a high spot, and just an answering machine came up, and they said they don't take reservations for the bunks. So I'm going to go ahead and try it. I have enough water. Fortunately, I cameled up, you know, the last time there was a spring, I don't know, 15 miles back or so. And I don't like, here in Virginia and here in this drought, most of the water is from creeks. I don't like getting water from creeks. I like getting from springs when I can. So the last spring that we crossed, I've loaded everything up. And I got plenty of water to get me 3 miles farther down the road. And I have enough water actually probably, you know, if I push it, for dinner tonight and get me through the night, but not for breakfast and coffee and stuff in the morning. So I'm going to go ahead and, it's a little early, you know, to pay for another bunk. You know, it was just 2 nights ago I was in a hotel. But that's all right. I'll go down the trail and check this place out. The day is still young. I'll be there about 5:30, and hopefully there'll be a bunk. If not, you know, maybe there's a pavilion and I can string my hammock or something. So we'll see. Looks like they have some nice amenities, and at least I can get my shoes properly glued up, where the toe is peeling away. So I bought glue, by the way, in Daleville, but you know, in the rush to get out of town, I didn't take the time to actually do the shoe repair. I was going to do that in Glasgow, which is coming up in probably 2 days, maybe a day and a half. But yeah, I can maybe do that tonight. So anyway, I'll check in again when I get to Jennings Road and Middle Creek Campground. Well, I just came off trail there, and it continues there. And here's the, I think, Jenkins Creek. There's a swimming hole. It's a nice size creek. I tried calling Middle Creek Campground again. Same thing. Nobody answered. I tried to leave a message. It cut me off right when I was leaving my phone number. I don't know what to think of this place. It's 1.2 miles up this road. I'm gonna try to hitch, but there's no cars. Yeah, hopefully they'll call me back. All right, it's after 9 o'clock, and I gotta get to bed here. So I'm down here at this Middle Creek Campground, and sure enough, there was no bunk. So I set my hammock and tarp up out in the tenting area. Went ahead and ate, showered. Yeah, a little upset. There's no Wi-Fi. The things are less than advertised, which I'm finding to be true ever since I entered Virginia of most places. So it's like the hotel 2 nights ago, less than advertised. But anyway, I'm right now in the rec room, and this place is abandoned, and there's sofas. So I may accidentally fall asleep on one of these sofas, and if someone comes and runs me out, then I have my hammock set up just in case. But talk to you later. Wagner von Wunderweg. Gute Nacht.